Hey friends, I hear some of you out there want to be a photographer for Maxpreps. That's great. I like that you guys have photos that you think will meet their criteria. Well, when I come back, I'm going to show you 5 examples of photos you do not want to send them because they will be rejected. Oh yes, they will be. Hey, come here, come closer. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell. That way you can learn more about sports photography. Now, on with the show. Maxpreps. What is Maxpreps? Well, let's start with the basics. They are owned by CBS Sports. They are touted as America's source for high school sports, and one of their goals is to cover every player, every game, every team. That's pretty good. They feel all these individuals, all these athletes deserve some hard-earned recognition, which is great. Why would someone want to be a photographer for Maxpreps? Well, you can get a little extra income aside from what you might be getting the way it is. You get 50 to about 100% of the net proceeds, and there are about 100,000 coaches involved. So that's at least 100,000 teams, right? That could always be good. Get you that extra revenue source coming in. Being a businessman, it's all about those revenue sources, right? If you want to be a photographer for Maxpreps, one thing you must realize is they want you to shoot with professional camera and lenses. Obviously, cell phones, not professional. Let's take a quick look at their application so you know exactly how easy it is to fill out and what you need to do to become a photographer for Maxpreps. As expected, it starts with the basic contact information, and yes, I will provide a link to this form for you in the description. So you got first name, last name, all this fun stuff. You will have to provide 6 images and make sure these are your best images that you've ever taken your entire sports photography life. Then you have to list your digital equipment, cameras, lenses, flashes, your software, how good you are at the software. The biggest one is to make sure you read the terms of agreement. Gives you everything you need to know. And there's your compensation schedule for your royalty compensation. There's 100% net, 50% net, and then you hit submit. Pretty simple. I reached out, and based on the information that I received, here are 5 types of images. If you become a photographer for Maxpreps, you do not send them because they will be rejected. You're out of here, buddy. All right, let's take a look at these. Number 1, overexposed. That's right, it's too bright. Highlights are blown out. Number 2, obviously, underexposed. It's too dark. Can't see the faces and the players good enough. Number 3, photos of athletes just standing around. This guy is just standing around. He's also got a pole coming out of the top of his helmet. That's pretty funny. Another type, shot too loose. I've said it before, I'll say it again, and you'll hear it out there in the sports photography world. Shoot tight, crop tighter. This one should be in here so you can see where the action is. Bring them into the action. And you've got the crooked horizon. You can see he's crooked. He's doing a cool Superman, but it's crooked. You want to level that up. These are all pretty basic camera techniques for anything, whether you're shooting landscapes or even portraits or sports photography. They're pretty basic. You don't want to be over or underexposed. You want to make sure your horizon's nice and straight, nice and level. And of course, some of the other ones they threw out were blurriness. Make sure it's in focus, which I thought that was common sense. I didn't need to tell you guys about that one. But if you're thinking about applying, keep these ideas in mind when you submit images before or after the process. If you're thinking about following the process of becoming a Maxpreps photographer, make sure you have somebody critique your photos so that they are up to a good standard and that they will pass the test and the judgment of the CBS Sports Maxpreps team. Now, if you don't have anybody to critique your photos, leave a comment for me. I will get back to you and I will help you out with that process. In the meantime, find you an event, find you a game, find you an athlete somewhere that maybe needs photos taken of them, and grab your cameras and get out and shoot.